Greetings to you all! Friday has arrived once again, and this is a special drama time, at least for me. And that's all that matters, right? This is my final piece of work before I am being whisked away. At 5 p.m. today, my family will be awaiting in the car, and my orders are simple. Get up, walk out of the house, get in the car, and I will take my first little break for a year and a half. According to Emma, I have not had a day where I haven't produced something or done some work in a year and a half. Tomorrow will be that day. I am off to Alton Towers with my family, and I hope it's going to be exciting. And I can think of nothing better than to sit here and regale some stories, have some fun, and relax and unwind as we settle into that. It has been a glorious, I just want to say, through all the horrors that we dealt with IRL over the last long time, spending it with you guys has made it all the easier. And that is the absolute truth. It has been a joy to be here nearly every morning. Every morning, every day, in some form or another, to spend that time with you guys. It has been extraordinary. And now the world is opening up again. I am just ready to experience what lies beyond these walls and beyond this chair and all that good stuff. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I hope so. I'm ready to have a refresh. The absolute legends. All of you guys. Every single step of the way. Through all the Shadowlands beta, the alpha, everything we've done. RPG February, Horror May, which is coming to its end in a little while. And we've played RE8. We've done Visage this week, which was an absolute bizarre, weird adventure. Some Subnautica to come up. Oh. And of course, dealing with 9.1. And there are things outside. So I'm told. I'm the palest and weakest I have been in well over a decade. And I am more than ready to stretch the legs and have some time outside. So hopefully it's going to be tremendous. We do have a new shirts. Thank you to everybody who's picked one up. They came out this week. Our space theme for this wonderful year. And I hope it goes well. And we have some very cool stuff coming up later in the year, which we can't wait to tell you about. It's still in planning phases. But because we can't have PreachCon this year, we will have PreachCon next year. Oh, yes, that is happening. We will have PreachCon next year. We thought of an idea that we're going to do later towards, more towards Christmas, that we're going to be putting together, which we think will be a hell of a lot of fun and worthwhile. So hopefully that pays off. So stay tuned for information on that. Let's put it that way. Stay tuned for information on that. Why am I sitting on a toilet? Do you mean the chair? There's nothing about this that looks like a toilet. Nothing. Is this what your toilet looks like? Do you shit in a cabin? You shit in a cabin? Do you? Envious. 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 And of course, the drama this week of the t-shirt. You mean in space? Do you mean a moon? Do you shit on a moon? That's a moon. You shit on a moon? Don't shit on the moon. Don't do that. You don't own that. That's not your toilet. Don't shit on a moon. Don't do that. We had, of course, the drama involving eggs. PG Stream highlights, or PG highlights on YouTube if you want to catch up with the egg drama. You're all bad people. You're all egg elitists, right? I never thought I would see the day where there was egg elitists. But there are indeed egg elitists, and that's something I now have to deal with. Wonderful. Wonderful. I love that there are egg elitists. I am envious of egg elitists in many ways. No, I'm not. It's plain strange, honestly. It's plain strange. We don't need no names. We need the name of a guild from you guys. We need a name from a guild. The name of a guild. To go along with the type of guild that would actually consider taking a... I hate to say this. The egg basket, of course. Of course it's the egg basket. What else would it be? It would be the egg basket. That would take a survival hunter. They exist. They are out there. The persecuted, the downtrodden. Those people who just want a helping hand. They're out there. They're out there. Are they a meme? It would appear so. Let's get started. Hello, wonderful Breach and that chat of yours. I am the meme. I am the self-proclaimed unicorn of the sky, the guy who didn't know what padding was, the proprietor of I am not a meme. I am the guilty survival hunter. We have come a long, long way since I regaled you with my tale. I have left that guild, as although the guild leader and raid leader were cool back then, they turned into dicks once the guild hit a wall. And that wall? Heroic Zymox. Heroic Zymox? The wall that is Heroic Zymox. For a month. A month. I'm sorry, but I do not want to talk about the shit show that was. Of course, a mass exodus of the guild members ensued, as is tradition once the guild stops progressing. So instead of sticking with their stubborn ways, I decided to join my friends and dip. Being a guild-free survival hunter, I wanted to immediately find a new home, a new place where I could pitch my staff. I was really set in my ways in the sense that I wanted, yea, needed, ahead of the curve. Is there an irony, chaps? Let me just interrupt the story for a second. That the kind of guild that accepts survival hunters didn't get past Heroic Zymox. I just want to throw it out there as, is it a coincidence? Is there cause and relation? I don't know. You know? I mean, pugs can kill it. I'm just suggesting that there may be some sort of correlation going on there, right? None? Okay. Kind of elitist thing to say. I'm just going to throw it out there as a potential, you know, it's a thinking exercise. That's all I'm going to say. Just a thinking exercise. So I wanted to get a new guild. I really wanted that ahead of the curve. And Keystone Master as this spec. Just so I could say I did it. Listen. Take it from me as somebody who's done this. Nobody fucking cares, right? Nobody cares. Trust me, nobody cares. You're not changing the world. You're not going to do anything. You know what you get to say? It's possible. Let me spare you the trouble. It is absolutely possible. It's totally possible. Do you think that means that more survival hunters are going to be invited to group? No. No, it doesn't. It absolutely will do nothing at all. It doesn't matter. The only way this is going to happen is if every top guild starts using survival hunters and you see them in, like, MDI. That's it. That's the only thing that will ever change community perception. And even then, people will be reluctant. They'll go, oh, did you do it as survival hunter? Cool. And then still not invite you. That's what's going to happen. I've been there. I've done it. I've walked that wall. It doesn't matter. Switching specs, though, is not an option for me until I achieved my goal. I applied to almost any guild that raided on my free nights, and luckily, I got invited to the Egg Basket. This guild, 8 out of 10 heroic. A small raid team of 12 to 13 people, and were trying other people out to bolster their squad. I was able to come to the raid immediately. Literally, the day I joined the guild, I'm in a raid. Within an hour, we had cleared the first 8 bosses with 0 issues. I about shit myself with how easy these bosses seemed with them. Considering, of course, I came from a guild that was stuck on Zymox for a month, within the next 2 weeks, I got my goal of getting ahead of the curve as a survival hunter. The meme had ascended. Things are going well. I had gotten ahead of the curve, I was pushing up to 12 and 13 keys, the shittiest of all key levels, and I was happy with myself. Oh god, oh no. Okay. Alright, let's take stock of what's happened here. Our man has joined a new guild. A guild that smashed through Heroic Denathrius. He still can't get a plus 15 key done, which really sucks considering you have a guild killing Heroic Denathrius. You can't do it with guildies. They're not doing 15 keys. I mean, whatever. You know, sure. We'll take that as what it is. What could kill the momentum of this? I want to see your opinions. What could kill the momentum for this man right now? Because it's gonna suck. I was very, very happy with myself. None of you have got it. Until the guild merger. I wasn't aware there was going to be a guild merger, as I had only been in the guild for a few weeks. And when it happened, roughly 10 or so new raiders joined our guild. I knew I would have to keep my shit in line, as the plan was to push the guild into mythic raiding. I felt all my ego flow out of my balls. Who was going to bring a survival hunter into mythic progression? Apparently, though, the Egg Basket wants to. Okay, there may be a chance here. There may be a chance, team. There may be a chance. Because your boy got promoted to Core Raider. I had made it to raid on time consistently. I performed well as doing middle-of-the-pack DPS as survival. Except on Sun King, Huntsman, and Stone Legion Generals. Lol, I know you shit on me for bringing up Sun King and cleave fight damage, but I have to take what I can get. Oh, okay, you only did well when you could cleave. I see, that's fair. These fights, I was always top of the damage because of that sweet, sweet Wildfire cluster. And Wildfire Infusion is the tits. So, of course, Mythic progression begins, ladies and gents. Our Mythic raid was about 23 people, split between the original guild and the merged. We would raid Mythic 2 days a week while doing a heroic skip run every Wednesday. The first week we managed to down Shriekwing and Huntsman, ironically wiping on Mythic Shriekwing less than my previous guild did on normal Shriekwing. Fair enough. On Huntsman, you know I got those sick traps and immunity soaks. We were thriving. But then we hit a wall. The Hungering Destroyer. The big blue one and only. The Hungering Destroyer destroyed us. He let us know what he was all about. He wasn't playing games. The Hungering Destroyer. This dude had our number. This is recent as well, right? At this point, in a purely single target fight, you know where I was on that damage meter. I was cleaning the floors for everyone else. And I do pride myself on my damage. If you remember earlier, I wanted to get ahead of the curve in Keystone Master as survival. I had achieved ahead of the curve, so I figured, hey, I could switch to a better single target spec just for raiding, right? Because I hit my goal, right? I can change the rules, especially Mythic. I would still use survival on heroic fights like Sire and Stone Legion, as well as push myself to Keystone Master strictly as a survival hunter. But now maybe it's time to bend the rules a little bit, now things are getting serious. And since we'd merged with a guild, I didn't want to lose my spot to a new hunter who had joined. I knew the new officer from the merger wanted to get his hunter into Mythic raiding, but I had been given the hunter slot. He's a sellout? Aw, a sellout? I didn't want to give them anything to make them switch me out, so off I went to the Rune Carver. Made myself a Beast Mastery Lego. Dire Command. I don't care what people think about the Lego I made. I like it. It's good. It makes single target go bum bum. I also made the Craven Stratagem Lego because dropping that debuff from soaking miasmas is sick. Even with all this preparation, even with me giving up the survival dream, we could not kill the Hungering Destroyer. 3 weeks we were hard stuck. The closest we ever got was 9%. We just couldn't get it right. There is Discord within our Discord. We had a random PvP player within the guild go on a racist tirade, which caused a few of our original members to quit. And even though the racist arsehole was kicked and banned from Discord, apparently there's issues with the merger. There are issues with the new members because not all of the new members got a raid spot. One day I log on, and the entire group that had merged with our guild had left. The remnants of our old guild was all that was left. But it reignited it, friends. On top of that, we lost some of those original players. They had poached us. They had taken basically 60% of our raid team. We did some research now. You did research now, after the merger had fell apart? Maybe we should look into these guys. Who merges with a... What? Who merges with a guild and then says, oh, now it's all fallen apart. Now we should do some research. we do some research. And some of these guys have been in like 7 guilds in the last year. What's up with that, I wonder? I asked one of the originals who'd left to join them, and he says, oh, that guy just doesn't have time to raid. He's in the process of moving. Although he is online every single day and makes every single raid. Something's wrong. And we don't know what it is. As far-fetched as it may seem, some believe that they destroy guilds on purpose. They join a guild as a group, and when they don't like it anymore, they go back to their original guild, taking as many people as they can. Once they lose those guys, they do it again. Hence, those who had been in 7 different guilds within the last year frequently returning to their home, or original guild. Although these are some speculative accusations, it doesn't seem that far-fetched. But I digress. We had no proof. We start to rebuild our team, right? The egg basket will thrive once more. We go back to farming heroic. With the dedicated people we still have, we have easily recruited new people and have gotten them relatively geared, along with us. Along with this, we usually down heroic Sire within 3 pulls, where those who led left hadn't even been able to down Sire, at least as of writing this. We're going to go back to Mythic this coming week, see how it goes. During all of this, I can tell you all, I did pug my ass to Keystone Master as a survival hunter. I am victorious. But I ask you, where do I go from here? I have achieved my goal. What is there to do now? And then, you know, I find my calling. Although there are not many survival hunters, I want to be one of the best survival hunters. At least in terms of the almighty, the cherished and the praised. The Raider.io score. I check my IO rank. And with 4 times 16s, a 2 plus 15, and 3 times 15s, I have an IO of 1365. And I am 510th in the world on this spec. Out of roughly 26,000. Granted, a lot of these people with Survival IO, who are obviously mains, BMs, and MM, and fuck around in that spec because they think 15s and 16s are really easy. It's pretty far-fetched to get high up in the world ranks, but then I look at my realm. It turns out I'm only 3rd on the realm as a survival hunter. And that is something I can achieve. It's unacceptable to be 3rd. I'm only 35 Raider.io points away from being the #1 survival hunter on my realm. Round of applause, guys. He's going for it. He's going for gold. This is my next step. This is my next mountain to climb. This is the way. And I will go wherever survival takes me. I am the meme. I am the survival man, and I am rapturous. To those in the chat who doubted me, I don't care. Nobody doubted you. It just takes a really long time for no reason. That's all. To those who have called me a meme, you're right. To those who still hate on survival, you're mean. Don't hurt my feelings. I just want to give myself a challenge. Thank you, Mike. And if you read this on stream, I have a message to your audience. We are still accepting applications to join the Survival Hunter Awareness Association. And are now down to 5,000 gold from 10,000. Come and join me. Join the Survival Pack. I will give you freedom from the meta. Thank you. I am the meme. All right, guys. Who's... Oh, you've seen... Okay, let's ask. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You've seen the results. You've seen what's possible. How many of you are now down to join the Survival Hunter crew? Raise your hands. No? Are you good? Okay. Fair enough. Hey, you live your dream. That's all we're saying here, right? Just, you live your dream. You have the best time you could possibly have. And good luck to you. Right? Good luck to you. What is this? I don't know what this is. Interesting. Okay. This sounds like a pet. The battle or Speedy? Speedy? Speedy a pet? It's a story. Okay. Nebraska? The fox in Nebraska. Alright. Greetings to Preacher and the wonderful chat. I am from the great US of A in the state of Nebraska. Corn? Is that all Nebraska has? I'm Googling it. Top 5 things to do in Nebraska. Okay, here we go. Impress me. Nebraska is the birthplace of a sandwich called the Reuben. Spam? A spam sandwich. Nebraska has the United States' largest aquifer, an underground lake. The Ogallala Aquifer. Nebraska has more miles of river than any other state. Well, there it is. There it is. Cool. Yeah, I agree, Demon Rain. All right. Sure. Okay, Nebraska is fire. I've never been. Nebraska might be fire. I'm just saying that when you type in Nebraska into Google, the third search is Nebraska boring. But I can confirm, guys, with some facts. Nebraska is actually not the most boring state in the United States. It is the third most boring state in the United States. About 53% of households are married. 32% have children. It has less than 2 million people in the state. Wow. There's like nobody who lives there. Jesus Christ. That state has less than 2 million people in it. Motherfucker. That is an empty ass state. Fair enough. Okay. I have been playing World of Warcraft since the end of the Burning Crusade. Recently returning from a break since the middle of Legion due to RL. It was at this time I started listening to WoW streamers on YouTube in anticipation of Shadowlands launch and came across your channel. Ahoy. I binge-watched all of Drama Time and I now look forward to new episodes releasing weekly. Well, welcome, new sir. Our story begins in the middle of Wrath of the Lich King. Children's Week, to be specific. Okay, Speedy appears to be some sort of turtle, an ironic name. I went through all of the quests and completed achievements to obtain my very own Speedy. Okay. I never was, and am still not, an avid pet collector, but Speedy was the tits. There was something about that cheeky little turtle, his tiny little legs running to try and keep up, that I enjoyed having follow me as I played. Mounting on my flying mount and flying just above the ground to see just how fast Speedy... You tortured this creature? Okay. To see just how fast Speedy could go was just a bit of amusement as I went from quest to quest. Kind of cruel, honestly. For years, I would have this little turtle follow me everywhere I went outside of progression raiding. To clarify, I don't have some weird obsession with turtles. We didn't ask. So. Kind of sounds like you do. None of us brought it up. You brought it up. It just became a comfort. Something to keep me warm. Fuck did you do this, turtle? You fuck this turtle? Did you? You fuck a turtle? I enjoyed having my little turtle friend follow me around everywhere. I went until Legion until I took a break from the game. Turtle fucker. Fast forward to present day. I had finished college the year before, and my schedule was to the point that I found time to play and get back into the game before Shadowlands. In that period, my RL friend group swapped back to the Horde after changing to Alliance in Warlords, and of course the server change as well. I used my character boost for buying BFA on an Orc Shaman that I quickly got bored of. I then used my 120 boost for pre-ordering Shadowlands to recreate my old main. A Tauren Paladin. Of course you're a Tauren Paladin. Fucking little fucker. Working my way through the clusterfuck of confusingness that was max level Battle for Azeroth, I felt like something was missing. And then I realized why I wasn't having as much fun in World of Warcraft anymore. Speedy. I missed my Speedy. I hadn't had my old friends running by my old friend running by my side, struggling to keep up like he had for all those years. This is dark. You know that, right? This is really dark. I opened up the trusty old companion log to summon that dear turtle of mine, but there I stood, confused. Speedy was missing from my favorites list. I proceeded... Not an avid pet collector, has a favorites list. I proceeded to type into the pet search box for my little friend when I looked on in horror. Speedy was grayed out. Can't summon. Game just laughing at me. Thinking there must be some mistake, I jump onto my old server, thinking maybe I had caged Speedy at some point. Yeah. I logged onto my old main, that human paladin that hadn't been logged into for so long. I searched my bags full of random crap for that little turtle with no success. I found my way to a bank and searched through there. No success. Only 215 left sharks filled my bank. I continued this search with no success on all of my other characters. Feeling defeated, I opened the World of Warcraft internal help menu to find an item restoration button. I thought of course, I can get him back. Blizzard will have taken care of Speedy for me. They'll have him back in no time. But I was wrong. I opened up my ticket and gave them all the information they needed. Help, Blizzard. Speedy is gone. What happened then was a back and forth of them telling me they can't give me something that I can't prove I had in the first place. No matter how many details and various screenshots I gave them, Blizzard would not help. Speedy was lost. The final reply I received from Blizzard was this. As a turtle lover, I completely understand how frustrating and disheartening the situation is. However, as my colleague mentioned, we have to be able to verify a loss in order to provide a restoration. They could not reunite me with my lost turtle friend. While I appreciated the sentiment, it did not bring my Speedy back to me. I never did reply or continue to appeal. I accepted defeat and mourned the loss of Speedy. While yes, I could just buy a new Speedy from the auction house. Not my Speedy. Somebody else's Speedy. I'll most likely wait until Children's Week comes around once more and reclaim a new Speedy to go on my adventures. So, May 3rd, 2021. Children's Week begins. I've been awaiting this day for several months. I just so happened to be working from home. As soon as the event launched, I flew to Orgrimmar, grabbed me a little orphan boy. Oh no. Not... Why did you say little orphan boy? I just don't like it. I don't like it. It's totally innocent, I'm sure, right? I'm sure, but it just sounds wrong, man. It makes me feel a little wriggly, and I don't like it. I want to get up and have a bath. Grabbed me a little orphan boy and completed all of the quests. I could tell you that once again I am the proud owner of Speedy Jr. to accompany me on my adventures. I do not know what happened to Speedy. Was I wrong to push Blizzard? Should they have done more to help my poor lost turtle companion? I just want more people to know. Rest in peace, Speedy, 2009 to 2020. Thank you for my... Is that the story? It was a journey. Thank you for listening. I hope you and your chat never have to miss out on a pet again. This tale was traumatic to me. Oh my god. The experience of my lost turtle companion, now resolved, and everything is once again right with the world. Does anybody know what could have happened to his pet? Like, does anybody have any idea? Because pets can't just disappear, right? If you've got them. He sent us a little picture. Does anybody know? He definitely fucks turtles. The same shit happened to me with the Grove Warden. Have you guys had pets that have disappeared? I didn't even think that was like remotely possible. You had to get rid of it, right? It can. Probably vended it. Okay. Sure. Never done a pet battle. I did the prestigious RBG pet battles on stream. And I won. So, think about that. Okay. How WoW can break your nose. Oh, I've typed it in the wrong one. How WoW can break your nose. Did you facepalm so hard? Is that what happened? Or did someone just punch you in the nose? Schofield. Thank you for your lovely support, my friend. Schofield. Face test? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Okay, as the old Asmon head smash. Just smash. Apparently it's a thing. I see various videos every now and again of people just smashing their keyboards up and shit. Like, relax, bro. All good. Oh, yo, you guys are going to like this. You ready? Hello, Preacher, and your completely biased audience. I'll have you know that much of my audience rejects me. Regularly. Especially when it concerns eggs. Especially. I'll have you know. I'll have you know. The hive mind is very, very... It's not hivey. It's not hivey enough. First of all, Preacher, I want to say sorry for my fucked up English. You never have to apologize, dude. Don't you worry about it. As many others, I've been a fan of your channel, especially Drama Time, for quite some time. I just want to thank you for your service. Hey, somebody's got to grind Corthia every day. Not tomorrow, though. Tomorrow I'm not. Alright. I've got a really short story for you today that occurred many, many years ago. Shortly after the start of the Burning Crusade, when we started playing the game of games. The king of MMOs that would take hold of my life forever. The World of Warcraft. I was the first to play in my class, and soon enough I brought around a dozen classmates to play the game as well. We all made a super cringy names on our first characters based on the music we liked. These are genuine names that we thought matched us up. So we had Metal Boy, Disco Boy, Trance Boy. Creative, I guess. But they are not so important to the story as this one. The final one to join us. The noob. The full noob. Mr. Schofield. Me and my friend were around level 30 to 35. Both of us playing feral druids. When he made his first character, an orc warrior. We immediately despised him for that. Why? Wait, you can't just say that and not give a reason. We despised him for making an orc warrior? Why? Me and my friend Daniel decided to pay Noob Schofield a visit in Duratar. We arrived and he was there around level 3, a totally clueless noob gamer. Oh my god, are you flexing on him because you're level 35? I know for a fact that when he was playing on his computer, he had his left hand on the mouse, which was on the right side of his keyboard, and his right hand on WASD. No, he didn't. How the fuck? What? What the? Why? I saw him play games like that every time I went to his house after school. He said it felt more comfortable. What in the fuck? Who would do that? I've seen, like, left-handed people do that when they have to use numpad. But, like, that's so weird. Ugh. But why wouldn't you move it, like... You can lift the mouse up, right? At least I can. I've got one of them new mice that you can lift up and just move to the other side. Maybe I've got swag gear. Who knows? We decided we would play a prank on our little friend. Aw, why? He's clearly bad. When we arrived at Duratar, we invited him to our group, and after a few minutes, we put a raid marker, the red X, on his head. As soon as it appeared, he stood still on the spot, doing nothing. Then a message appeared. Oh my god, did you say he was being, like, laser targeted by COD nerds or something? Guys! I have a red cross on my head! What is it? Oh shit, we said. That's the warning. You've been flagged by a game master. You must have done something against the rules. Be happy it's not the skull. That's when you know you're screwed. Oh my god. That is pretty funny, though. That is pretty fucking delicious. After a few minutes, we left him just to worry about it. And as you can expect, of course, in 10 minutes or so, we swapped the red X to the skull. He started panicking. What should he do? I haven't done anything. What's happening? How do I talk to them? How do I explain myself? He was freaking out. We told him that he should probably just hide so he doesn't get caught doing anything else that would get him in trouble. Poor Schofield spent the first 2 hours of playing World of Warcraft hidden in a bush in Duratar, hiding from the game masters who were onto him and his schemes. Now, you might ask why the little clickbaity title. Well, when he found out it was a joke, He broke my nose the next day at school with a drawing compass case. Damn. That twisted, didn't it? Wow. I mean, that guy fucked you up. I bet he didn't do it again. Right? Money says he didn't do it again. I'll put a 5 down. I'll put a 5 down that it didn't do it again. Yeah, don't mess with Schofield. He'll fuck your shit up. What do you guys think? Can I get a little judgment? Am I a cunt or did he overreact? Yeah, he overreacted. Yeah, for sure. I mean, 2 hours is a long time, right? But I mean, you don't break somebody's nose for it, right? I mean, I imagine I imagine chat might be on your side. Your side. I have to suspect you went a little bit too far. I know it's a little short story. I'll tell you another one if you enjoyed it about my camping trip. Okay. Okay, what have we got here? Oh. Let's not hurt anybody over World of Warcraft, okay? As somebody who gets a lot of death threats, trust me, it's just not that fun. It's really not. Did I tell you I got one about somebody who genuinely believes I got DKs nerfed? I know we were memeing it in the chat, but do you know I genuinely got a death threat over that? What are you doing? I mean it. Like, what are you doing? I just really want to know. What's going on, man? You want to talk? We could talk if you want to. I don't mind. Oh, my keyboard's screwing up again. It's typing in all caps. That's kind of a bummer. Oh, delete's not working. Oh, no. I can do this. I am the master. I can type. No, it's gone back into caps lock again. You son of a bitch. Is it my shift key that's broken? Maybe. Something's not working. Either way, we have to live with caps. Unlucky. It wasn't a DK, it was Ian. Did you sort him out Manx style? No, I just ignored it like I do with other crazy threats that I receive because of your upsetness at World of Warcraft. Put it over there. Put it over there. Okay. Swag gear, by the way. Yeah, I think something happened to my keyboard last week and it seems to have broken again. Anyway. Hey, Breacher, and a hello to all the maniacs in the chat. I'm not a fan of watching streams in general. It's a bit like watching sports ball to me. Why watch when you could play? But I fucking love Drama Time. I haven't watched all of it yet, but I've plowed my way through several years worth of videos in spite of the constant mockery I've received from my partner. Oh, you enjoying your sports ball? I mean, drama's not sports ball. Oh, I need to change the title. Yeah. Yeah, don't... Oh, it's multi-clicking. Oh, I see what's happening. Oh my gosh. This is a nightmare. Alright, fixed it. Yeah. No, I didn't. I fucked it up again. My shift key is pressed down, so every time I click something, it multi-selects something. Shadow Trap Olympics. Cool. Alright. My story begins in a little, tiny 10-man raiding guild during Wrath of the Lich King. Remember 10-man raiding? I don't know if you remember, but Lich King 10 Heroic was horribly overtuned and effectively impossible in 10-man heroic gear until the final 30% buff was active. Where that last increase rolled around, we set to work on the Lich King himself. Our first night on the boss was hilarity. Shadow Traps launched many of us flying, and there was much laughter to be had. My then partner and I were playing on 600 MS. Kicked. You're out of the team. No. Oh, no. Oh, this is gross. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm just going to have to plow through this paragraph, but it makes me vomit. Okay. My then partner and I were gaming at 600 MS. My PC was quite frankly outstripped in computing power by the microwave, good for eggs, we would get for Christmas the following year. I'm not joking, I want to set the scene for you. It was so bad that I had to turn my resolution down to 800 by 600 and I raided the entirety of Icecrown Citadel at 8 FPS. That is not a typo, I actually raided for a full year at 8 FPS. And I actually managed to do so quite efficiently. No, you didn't. Although I couldn't possibly tell you how now. Aside from saying, long live pre-Legion Disc Priest. Okay, so you moused over people and pressed shield. Playing efficiently. Okay. Got it. Understood. We developed strategies to deal with shadow traps. They would tell me shadow trap was coming a few seconds before it was actually coming, so I could start running in a random direction. And make sure my back was turned to a pillar at all times to prevent being hurled away by a trap that I yet to show on my potato of a computer. The evening was a fun one, and we laughed about who would take home the gold in the Shadow Trap Olympics. I like having to create extra mechanics. That's good fun. The next night spent on the Lich King was less funny, though. It quickly became clear that our Paladin tank and guild leader, Alex, would take home the gold. He was tanking the boss, and was also utterly incapable of getting out of shadow traps. How? What? We tried everything to get him to move on time, including several of us shouting, "Move!" every time the traps were about to come in. But he wouldn't move. Nothing worked. Inevitably, we came up with a new solution. Our other DK tank, the Chibin, would have to solo tank. This was a problem as our DK was the lowest geared member of our raid due to having extremely bad social anxiety and being unable to attend all group activities. Okay. Never mind, though. The Chibin rose to the occasion like a champion. Why can't this other tank move? I don't get it. I can't stop some tanks backpedaling around a room. I can't keep anything in my wild spirits. Why can't he move? He reworked his gear, bullied me into helping him two-man TOC5 endlessly for that stupid Stam trinket, which we never got, regemmed, respec'd, and did everything he could do to reliably solo tank the big Lich King himself. Things started to look up. Alex began to rise. Alex started getting better with the shadow traps. Sometimes he would survive 2 or even 3 traps before he would get thrown off. Punctuating our efforts with complaints that he couldn't see what was happening because of his UI. Oh my god. Like, fucking kill me. What are you guys doing? You're telling me you can't see the shadow traps, the big circles on the floor, because of his UI. The Chibin was surviving solo tanking easily now, and we decided to persuade Alex that it was time that he went DPS. We reasoned that if he was doing DPS, he would hopefully follow along when the boss had to be moved and passively avoid shadow traps. We didn't tell him this, of course. Nobody was prepared to deal with the raid leader and guild master sulking if we told him exactly why we were doing this. So we put it to him like this. That he was so proud of the Shadow's edge he'd made in 25-man pugs that we feel it would be better for the guild if he used that weapon to DPS. That's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. You've got a really good axe, bro. You should use the axe to DPS. What do you think? He wasn't having any of it. He is the main tank. He didn't even gear for DPS. Which was a lie, by the way. He had a set of ret on trash and in some 25-man groups. He countered by suggesting that Chibin should DPS. He was the better geared tank, as Alex is the better geared tank. He had abilities that Chibin didn't have, such as being able to bubble to clear the debuff in Phase 2. It made sense that if we were to solo tank, the Paladin was the obvious choice. We tried to play it nicely, team. We desperately wanted to tell Alex that he was terrible. But we were trying to do it in a nice way. Convince him that there was another way to exist. But ultimately, he forced us. He put us at gunpoint, essentially, to point out that this was the only way we could stop him dying to shadow traps. He was perfectly capable, he insisted. I can figure out the shadow traps mechanic. He refused point blank to even raid if he had to play Ret. Okay, we were defeated. We gave up on the issue. We had to work around the issue. We had several Phase 3 wipes where it became apparent that if Alex were to survive until halfway through Phase 2, we would have killed the boss. Our tempers and the guild tension was starting to rise. Our resto druid logged out one day and did not log back in until the cataclysm. It was discussed that if only we could replace Alex with literally anyone else, we would kill Arthas right now. It was even theorized that we would have a better chance with literally the first level 80 who responded to a trade ad for the raid than with our glorious leader, Alex. There were even mutterings about reforming the guild without him, a typical drama time cliche. Sadly nixed by the fact that he was a real-life friend. He was also super close with the Chibin, our other tank, and our crazy good hunter. It was just not feasible. It was not to be. Oh my god. We did not kill Arthas. The Cataclysm launched without a kill. What a prick, Alex, wherever you are. You fucking prick. You absolute prick. 99 wipes and no kill. We came back in our quest greens and started dungeon blues at level 85. And we killed Arthas on our 100th attempt total. I shit you not, Alex was the only one to die when we went back to kill Arthas. He died to the very first shadow trap. It was the most hollow victory I could imagine. And it left the entire raid team more annoyed with him than ever, despite the fact a new expansion had just launched. Cataclysm raiding began and Alex got a new job, which ended up causing him to be on average half an hour late for raid start. One of our guildies started pulling out his guitar and singing for us at the start of raid nights. What? You didn't just replace him? You just all sat there for half an hour? Oh, kill me! What? After a few weeks, we decided to just push the raid start back half an hour and not tell Alex, in case this later start made him more relaxed about the time and made him even later. What is this? What are you doing? You're sneakily? Is this the most unreasonable person in the universe, or what? It took him nearly 2 months to notice that we weren't actually gathering before his arrival. One day, he managed to leave work slightly early and logged on raid time, and was shocked to see the guild rambling all over Azeroth. He was hurt, genuinely hurt and upset that we had pushed the raid time back without telling him. He was doing his best, as he put it. They've inconvenienced him. You understand, guys? They have inconvenienced him, right? By not having them all sit there for half an hour for 2 months. They've inconvenienced him. He told us he was doing his absolute best to make it on time, and that we were ungrateful and rude to let him stress about being late all the time when they weren't even gathering till half an hour later. Confirming, of course, our suspicions about his attitude if we had told him we were moving the raid times, when we could have set his mind at ease with a word. Moreover, he was disappointed and annoyed that we were not ready to go on time when he had finally been able to make it to the official raid start time. At no point did he ever concede that perhaps it was a little unfair to expect us to sit around for 30 minutes waiting for him when he was consistently late, and was adamant to the last word that we were being rude by making him stress about getting there as fast as possible. Honestly, we did relatively well in spite of Alex. Those being the days when you could put one tank on a boss, tell him he was the main tank and that tanking the boss was the most important job, and let the Cum Schofield tank do all the mechanics. He had also claimed the title of raid leader, but we managed to work around that by paying attention to boss mods, ignoring him when he said something stupid, or by other raiders piping up with calls when he forgot or just drifted off into his own world. By now I'm guessing that you and your chat hate this guy. I actually hate you just as much for, like, accommodating this. I do. I hate you and your fellow raiders. I hate your guild. I hate your guild in every single fucking way. I do. Like, it's not... I don't just blame this guy. I blame all of you. You're enablers, right? Let me tell you, though. You don't hate him as much as we did. You don't think I hate you, do you? I do. I really do. Even his IRL friends started to hate him by this point. To be fair, I don't think his Hunter friend hated him, but he definitely did want him replaced. It all came to a head at Maloriak Heroic. We had been working on this fight for weeks. Sadly, this fight required Alex to actually do something that required more than standing still and tanking the boss. He had to tank the ads. Not as we told him, because Paladin was better suited to ads than a Death Knight, but actually because tanking Maloriak required some intelligence with regard to positioning, and also due to our comp for the tank to interrupt, neither of which he could do. One night we were short on people and managed to persuade a friend of mine from a good guild to come and fill in for us on his alt. We were doing really well, when suddenly, right near the end of our best pull of the evening, Alex shouted a raid instruction. Wipe it! Wipe it! Quick! Wipe it! Which we did. I need to go AFK. Fucking kill me. Put a shotgun in my arsehole and pull the trigger. For the love of Christ. He went AFK for 30 minutes. When he came back, he explained that his dad had called him away to help him fill out the census. A little bit of quick background on the census. It was a controversial topic in the UK at the time, with many people boycotting it because it had been sponsored by an American gun company. None of the rest of our UK players had filled it in at all, and as it turned out, all of them had quite strong feelings about it being turned in at all. Okay, so it got political at this point. Alright. It had also been up for about a month at that point and was due to be completed by midnight of that night. Our raid ends at about 10:30 PM, which would have left him plenty of time to help out his dad after the raid. You guys must be young. You must be. The raid exploded. I and two others started freaking out on him on voice, taking turns berating him for his selfishness and complete disregard for the other 9 players on the team. The rest of the raid laid into him in chat. The Chibin, usually the voice of reason, who could silence any argument with a simple enough on voice. That's silent for 10 minutes. And then, when it became apparent that Alex was not only unrepentant, but actually indignant at our response to him, prioritizing real life over a video game, joined in on the /RA. That's it! Big red letters time! My friend sat awkwardly in the corner, trying not to let on how happy he was that this frustrating night of wipes, or what he considered a really easy fight, had turned into such delicious drama fest. After about half an hour of shouting, Alex logged off in a huff, and our raid was called. But that was not to be the end of it, as you could probably imagine. The entire guild immediately went to the only place we could, the forums, continuing to lambast him. And when I say the entire guild, I mean our entire fucking roster. People who had previously never logged into the guild forums after creating their account were there. Socials joined in. We as a guild reached the consensus that Alex should resign as guild leader and raid member and hand over the reins to the Chibin. He didn't reply, and he didn't log back in. 3 weeks we sat, unsure of whether he would log in one night in secret and kick everyone, or whether he'd let a full month go by and let the Chibin claim guild leader via a ticket. Eventually he logged in early one morning and moved the guild to his friend, the Hunter, probably hoping that we would be satisfied with her being guild leader and that the Chibin would never gain the title. Immediately after he passed Guildmaster to his Hunter friend, she passed Guildmaster straight to the Chibin. Hot potato! Woohoo! Oh, get out of here, baby! Oh, the big brain maneuver. Oh, okay, there you go. What a player. To this day, Alex harbours bad feelings toward the Chibin, calling him the usurper. Getting rid of Alex made a significant difference to our old team. Our Paladin healer rerolled protection and we recruited a newbie Holy Paladin. The raid atmosphere was amazing. Our Maloriak progress was set back by only 1 week. Our raid group ended up mostly staying intact right up until the Siege of Orgrimmar, where the announcement of 20-man Mythic raiding put an end to our little 10-man guild. Most of our members were fine with the idea, but the officers burned out almost immediately at the thought of having to wrangle twice as many players, and we disbanded a few weeks after that announcement. We're mostly still friends, though, and the Chibbin and I will get married soon. Hey! COVID willing. I want a picture of the wedding. I leave you with this link to a video that will perhaps give you an idea of how frustrating it was to raid with Alex. You can feel free to share it with the chat if you wish, although I would appreciate you blocking out the raid frames, as many of us still play those same characters under the same names. The Chibbin would also like to apologize for his UI and says he can't remember why he has more than one set of raid frames. Beck says here, this is stream safe, just try not to show the raid frames. Okay. Yeah, hold on. Hold on, I've got to do some sort of setup here. Bear with. I'm going to need headphones, aren't I? Right, it's... Let me see what kind of UI I'm dealing with here. You do have 2 sets of raid frames, which is very frustrating, honestly. Okay. Awkward. I need... Oh, where's Chris? Okay, there it is. This. You have to give me a second because I have to block these frames out. You guys can't see that, right? I don't think you can. Nope. Okay, good. Right. I'm coming, Em. I'm coming, I promise. I am coming. Sure. I'm just having to do some modification. The problem... I can't show this. Yeah, I can't show this. It's not because I can't do it. It's just that you have scrolling combat text. It shows all the raid players. Yeah, it's funny but not needed. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because you can tell. I can see all this. I can see all the raid members' names. Good day, son. Good day. No, I'm not showing names. Anonymity is a big part of drama. We are going on holiday. Are you ready to go? Are you excited? Yay! Okay, that will be the end of drama for today. We're going on holiday. Come here, Pudding. I am going to be leaving my bed dog for 2 days. 2 days. 2 days. Can we say goodbye to the whole team? Yeah?
I'm bed dogs.
He's got to be a good boy, he says. He's got to be a good boy. Aren't you, buddy? Go down. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
You can't carry Ben.
He's doing the hamster.
Emma's wearing a dress. Ladies and gentlemen, I am off. I will be not working tomorrow. I hope you do something good with your weekend. We will have a best time. Indeed. Have a great time. Thank you for a wonderful week and a wonderful year and a half-ish.
Yeah, since 2019.
Since 2019. Since 2019. So be awesome, guys. I will see you Monday. All right? But make sure you check out tonight's video, 8 PM. It is the darkest times I had in World of Warcraft. Remember, that is coming this evening as well as our Friday feature. Other than that, be good. Bye-bye.